I love you, Marvin.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Marvin, and I'm back again with another editing tutorial. In today's video, we're gonna go over one of my craziest and most favorite zoom in effects, and this time it's gonna be a little more complicated because we do have to work with the camera and After Effects, but there's nothing hard that we can't do. So yeah, this is gonna be one of my favorite tutorials. This is definitely one of my favorite effects, like I said before. So with that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I do want to say thank you guys for showing support on my last videos. I'm trying to keep posting daily videos so you guys can also learn with me. But the only thing I am gonna ask is to please hit the like button, subscribe, because it helps me put my videos out there so for other people to watch, and it helps me to also bring more content, because the more audience I have, the more videos I'm gonna keep posting every single day. So please make sure you do that for me. Hit the like button, subscribing, the road to 1,000 subscribers, so please hit that for me. And with that being said, let's get straight into today's video. So the first thing you want to do is, once you have your clip selected and you know where you want to go, or if you don't know, what I usually do is I try to find somewhere in the video. I already have mine where I'm gonna do it, so it's showing to watch this part of the video. So it's pretty simple. You just try to find like an object or something. I'm gonna try to find somewhere else so you guys can also, I'm gonna try to give you guys another example. So right there, we can also zoom into his watch. And this part right here, but will be a little more complicated because you can't really see it, but we can still do it. But yeah, but I just decided to do this one because it's gonna be more easier just for the tutorial. So once you're in After Effects, try to find a spot where you want it to start. So I want to start right here. I'm gonna hit Command Shift D. I'm gonna cut the clip, right click, and then time, freeze frame. So once your frame is frozen, as you guys can see, mine is like this. We're gonna cut out the inside of our object. So we're gonna go over to the pen tool. So if you have a rounded object, you can easily just go here and use the ellipse tool. But since this is not a rounded object, I'm just gonna use the pen tool. So I'm gonna zoom in a little more so I can get a better look. And make sure you do take your time when it comes to masking out this, because you want it to look as good as possible. So make sure you do take your time. So as you guys can see, I already masked out my object. We're gonna hit invert, so we have this clean. You can see through the object like that. So we have that now. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our image 3D object. So we're gonna go here, 3D object. We're gonna right click, new, camera, and we're gonna hit OK. So once we have our camera, we're gonna duplicate this clip right here, duplicate it, and then we're gonna move it. We're gonna move our bottom clip right here. Make sure you do pick the second clip right here, and we're gonna move it back like that, and then we're gonna try to center it with the other one. We're gonna repeat the same process multiple times. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna keyframe the position of our camera. So we have, once we have done all our clips, we're gonna go to the beginning of every single clip right here. We're gonna go to the beginning and go all the way back to 18 layers. It depends how many layers you have. So you should just go like this, because that's the amount I really like. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit C on our keyboard until this one pops up, and then we're gonna go all the way in, all the way in. Now this is what we have so far. You can see like we have something like that. Now the next thing I really like to do is to make sure that every single one of these have like a good amount of space, so we do get that like 3D look to it. So just play around with this, with every single one of these, making sure if they're too close to each other, bring them back a little bit. So put it back a little bit like that. We're gonna move it something like that. Do the same thing with this one, just a little bit. That. We're gonna move it from there. We're gonna do the same thing with this one. Move a little bit back. You don't have to do a lot, you just have to move it like a little bit so they have like a good amount of space in between. We're just gonna move it that, so should look something like this. There we go. So now it looks a little better. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add rotation to our clip. So we're gonna go here, see rotation. We're gonna keyframe that all the way here. I usually go about 20, 25, or either 30. So we're gonna go 30 this time. So we have this like that. As you can see right here, our clip that's hit right there. So you're gonna have to fix it because it just pops up like that. It doesn't go all the way through. So we're gonna have to fix that. So once you have fixed everything, so it should look something like that. We have our clip going through all the way in, so we're gonna go a little bit right there and fix our clip. Put this one back a little bit. Go all the way in like that. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add the little trippy color to it. All we have to do is go here and we're gonna add the colorama. We're gonna go drag it and then we're gonna drop it here. Make sure you do change the input phase. We're just gonna put like a random one like that. Gonna drag it again. So it's gonna be one clip in between. And drag it to that one. We're gonna change it again. It's just gonna be something random. And then we're gonna go. Make sure it does look kind of random so they have different colors. We're gonna go with this one again. We're gonna put it right there. Just gonna leave it as it is because we don't have that many. So now you see we have this crazy looking like kind of transition to it. So we go like this. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a glow. We're just gonna add a regular glow. If you have a plugin, you can either use a universe glow or sapphire glow, but for the video I'm just gonna use regular glow all the way down, and I'm gonna drop it on every single one, and I'm gonna just glow radius, bring it up a little bit, glow intensity, bring it up a little bit. Just gonna copy the same settings, paste it, and there we go. So now we have something like this. Pretty simple effect you can do. You can play around with it as much as you want. I am gonna fix a little bit of glow radius because it looks pretty weird. We're just gonna go do that. We're gonna fix it. So just take your time and just play around. Make sure it does look good. Make sure it does look how you want it to look. So you, like I said, you can do as many pictures as you want. Just for the tutorial, I'm just doing a little bit, but it should look something like this. Looks pretty dope to me. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a motion blur to all our layers. So we're gonna go here, enable motion blur all the way, and then we're just gonna see how it looks. So it should look something like this. It should come out to be something like this. It looks pretty cool effect. The next thing we're gonna do, which I kind of forgot to do, was we're gonna go here again. I'm just gonna copy this one. We're gonna cut. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to mask. We're gonna invert it, and we should have our own thing right here. So next thing we're gonna do is gonna keyframe the position. We're gonna take off the 3D. We're gonna go hit P in your keyboard position. We're gonna go probably 2 frames. And then we're gonna go down like that. We're gonna go 1 ahead there, and we're gonna hit Command Shift. We're gonna go back here, Command Shift T, cut it. We're gonna make sure you do go a lot all the way down. So we're gonna go right there, good. And we should have something like this. Should come down to be something like this. You can play with it. Like I said, you can either add rotation. If you don't really like how that looks, we're gonna take out the motion blur so it doesn't look weird. We can add if you don't like how it looks, we can either add rotation as well. So it's like a door opening. Add rotation. Go forward again here. 2 frames. You're gonna go like that. And now you have like the door kind of looks. So. Like I said, just play around. Make sure you do take your time, because the more time you take on it, the better results you're gonna have. So we're just gonna fix it like that. We're gonna go here again. Fix it a little bit right there. We're gonna go down a little bit, about right there, and then we should have something good. So we have looking like this. You can see it looks pretty good, looks pretty crazy. The only thing, like I said, just take your time. The more time you take, the better the result's gonna be. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna save it, and I'm gonna show you guys how you guys can use it. We're gonna hit save, and we're gonna go back to Premiere Pro. We're gonna drag it all to the top sequence, and we are gonna move this one. I'm gonna only make the audio because like this is not my music video, so just gonna move it down here, and then it should be something like that. So it should look something like this, and then it's a pretty cool transition that you can use if you don't really know what to do. You think you can really find something good to do, you can easily do this transition. It can be done anywhere with anything. You can even do it to the eye of the person, but like I said, make sure you do take your time, because taking your time helps a lot. It's just gonna help the outcome of the video come out way more and better, and the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get at this. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. This was just another tutorial that I thought would be pretty cool to bring to you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. With that being said, we're on the road to 1K. I'm out.